So I'm out here on the streets. I had to get the fuck out of my house to record this fantasy football recap. Unfortunately, I lost to Matt Berry in a gruesome way. The details, they don't matter. They don't matter, but the fact is that I lost and I was winning. I was ahead. And, it's just the nature of the beast. Matt Berry is the fantasy quote-unquote guru. He just runs. He's got his players. He doesn't give a shit. Rapaport's Delight is my team. They call us There Will Be Blood. They also call us A History of Violence, but we go by the name of Rapaport's Delight, and I don't know, what can I say? And I'm going to tell you something. If you listen to the Howard Stern show and the wrap-up show, don't listen to the way that monkey fuck, that gorilla ape, Gary Delabonte. I don't want him articulating the scores and the memos, because every week he'll go in there with some fucking baby powder and some baby oil to stroke and suck everyone off. And he did such a cynical way about him. And he's going to give a cynical, play-by-play of what happened. And, you would think he'd want me to win. But he sent me harassing emails over the weekend and cheering for the other player, Matt Berry, gloating the fact that my team lost, Rapaport's Delight. And I don't know what to say. As I said, I'm just walking around. I had to get out. I can't even watch the rest of the games. It's over. The details and the scores and the numbers, it doesn't matter. But we went down, and that's it. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast, fantasy football review. And it's a sad weekend for Rapaport's Delight, a.k.a. There Will Be Blood, a.k.a. A History of Violence. And that's it. That's all I can say. All right, if you haven't played 1 week fantasy football, go to DraftKings.com, start playing 1 week fantasy football games, and you seriously have the chance to win millions of fucking dollars every single time you play. 1 week fantasy football games, all right? This means every week you can play as many games as you want, create as many lineups as you want, and start turning your love of football to seriously giving you the chance to win millions of dollars. Play responsibly. I make fun, I make light, but play responsibly. Have fun. You never know. It's the luck of the draw. But if you go to DraftKings.com, America's favorite 1 week fantasy football site, and use the promo code Rapaport, RAPAPORT, you get to start playing for free. Okay? Check it out. I love it. Yes. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast. Pieces of our NBA preview for the 2015-2016 NBA season. It is upon us. We're excited about it. The Knicks are getting ready to start their season. I got to talk about the Knicks first.
You got to, yeah. Try.
With my guy Porzingis. Fuck. My man Porzingis.
Yeah.
Porzingis Tingus.
Tingus Pingus.
Who I feel like probably definitely heard that video of me going off as Danny Aiello, which may or may not have fucked me out of Knicks tickets in the future. I don't know. But I just saw a photo. I feel like Porzingis is going to turn out to be good. If I'm concerned about his body type, no Bruno, I'm concerned about his body type because that type of very tall, at a young age, thin, slender, Bigfoot. He's one of the big size, 22, long, skinny foot guys. If you don't know who Porzingis is, he's the first round draft pick. He's from Latvia.
Yep.
And, he also didn't ingratiate himself in my world because he said that his favorite rapper, I think, was Drake.
Oh.
And I just don't think that when you're getting drafted by the birthplace of hip hop in New York, and then you say that.
You shouldn't say that.
But you know, he's young. He's
Right,
19.
Right. Yeah.
But there was just some old photos of him revealed where my man, when he was like, 11, 12, 13, where he has fucking cornrows. Now, normally, we'd say you look like an asshole. But since he was probably real good at ball and he was in Latvia, wherever the fuck that is,
Right.
and he has cornrows, I think they need to do a background check. He looked like he was a fucking gang member.
Yeah.
He looks like that rapper White Jesus or Slim Jesus. Like he looked like Porzingis looks like when he was younger, he was bout it.
Yeah, he looked bout it in that picture.
He looked like, remember when there was that HBO documentary about 15, maybe 16, 17 years ago, Banging in Little Rock?
Yeah.
And they had all these fucking people from Little Rock, and they had like white kids out there where they were like fucking, they looked like fucking like O-Dog.
I remember.
And OG Bobby.
OG Bobby Johnson.
Yeah, like from Colors. Porzingis looks like he might be on that shit. So I want to clearly say that video was a spoof video, and now I'm behind Porzingis, and I'm partially saying that because I believe that, and I'm partially saying it because I'm scared of him now.
Right.
I think he's about that life.
He had some good cornrows.
He had some nice cornrows in his shit. And like I said, I don't support white people with cornrows and/or white people with dreads. I always think it looks fucking retarded. But Zingas looks like he was about that life. Anyway, what do you think about the Knicks, G Moody?
I really don't have much to say.
Fuck.
They got a bunch of ragtag names.
Shit.
So we'll see.
My biggest concern is that it's a whole new team.
Right.
Like, when they said they were cleaning house, they fucking, Phil Jackson. As far as I'm concerned, this is the first season with Phil Jackson in control. Last year, you shouldn't even judge it.
Right.
This is Phil Jackson's hands. And hopefully it works. Hopefully he's on to something. I don't know. I can't call it. I didn't watch a lot of them in preseason. And
right. I don't know none of these guys. I don't know. I know Carmelo and Porzingis. Who else?
Lopez?
Oh, yeah. That's it. I don't know none of them guys.
All right. We haven't even
see.
seen Porzingis
and we got
play.
the head coach on some grimy shit, so it's not starting out good. Watch your girls around that cat. Watch your girls around the coach.
Because that shit was crazy. That's unprecedented.
You think you see Popovich going after Hubie Brown's girl or wife? Larry Brown on some sneak shit?
Greg Popovich is now fucking with Larry Brown's estranged wife. Bobby Knight, and maybe he will. I doubt it. Bobby Knight is not trying to fuck Rick Pitino's ex-piece. What do you think about LeBron? He's a fucking beast.
They're going back to the finals.
You know what I was thinking? You said it. That if LeBron joined the Knicks this year, just by association, like if he just showed up on any team, you're gonna go to at least the conference finals.
Yep.
And if you have like one or two other guys, you'll go to the finals. He's the MVP of the entire league. Like you could literally put him on any team, and you already are going to the conference finals of your division.
He just got that it.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That if you put him on the Bullets, they're definitely going to the finals. You put him on the Magic, they're going to the conference finals at least.
Yeah, we've all played with guys like that in the park.
Yeah, in the park. Yeah.
Where it's just like, it just lifts shit.
Like we used to play with our guy Pop.
Smooth Ice.
Yeah, if you look up Smooth Ice, he had one song on the JMJ label. We had one album. What was the name of it? It was called Smooth as Ice.
Yep.
Where's he from?
Brownsville, Brooklyn.
He was down with Run DMC, Smooth Ice. But he could play ball.
Oh, man. Nice.
He was really good.
You played with him.
He'd dunk on you. He'd fucking shoot on you with both hands. Yo, he could bust your ass. Smooth Ice. I guarantee you that's why they made a record for him. Because Smooth Ice, we fuck with you hard body karate, but your rhyme skills weren't great. They weren't as good as your basketball skills. His basketball skills were
Got him
ill.
a record deal.
His basketball skills got him a record deal. That's how fucking good he was at basketball. So when you play in the park with smooth ice, he's like the parked version of LeBron.
Yeah. Like, just
You put
break shit up.
LeBron on the Charlotte Hornets, they're going to the conference finals.
Yeah.
So as much as we fucking bust LeBron James balls, we're on record as saying that he's definitely the MVP of the league.
Word.
Going back to the Knicks for a second, if we could. One thing that concerns me about this Knicks team is the hair on the fucking team. Now, if I'm Phil Jackson, I tell these guys, there's no fucking ponytails. There's no dreads with frosted blonde tips. And Sasha Vujacic, you either wear a fucking headband or cut that fucking mop. Because, and then, well, Phil Jackson, you know, he was a hippie in his time. Well, you know what? They also won.
Right. They won.
They fucking won. And until the Knicks win a fucking championship, I put them in a fucking New York Yankees policy. No bullshit hair, dudes.
Right.
The Yankees have that, and you could be like, oh, it's freedom of speech, and it's this, and, you know, everybody needs to express themselves. Well, not with the fucking Yankees.
Yeah.
The Knicks are in the Garden. Like, when you go into the Garden, you always see an old Knick. You see Marv Albert. You see Willis Reed. You see Earl the Pearl Monroe. Walt Frazier is a part of the broadcasting team. He's there every night. The lineage. Dick Barnett. Hawthorne Wingo.
Word.
These dudes are alive. New York dudes. Bill Bradley's in New York City. And they have to come and watch this shit? No, you got to cut your fucking hair until you win.
You got to have a standard. Like Steinbrenner. None of that bullshit.
And then when you win a championship, then the band can be off.
we can talk about it.
No, I say let it be off. Because they're talking about Sasha Vujacic, who's 31. He's only 31, being the leader, the vocal leader, because he played with Derek Fisher. He played against Derek Fisher. And now he's being coached by Derek Fisher.
Right.
Well, then you need to have either a fucking proper headband or cut that fucking floppy mop. I know you might think this shit is cute and the girls like it and like, oh, it's like, oh, Sasha. And he's up there and he got a fucking rubber band holding his shit.
Yep.
You look like a dick.
Yeah.
And I know he's he's got a good reputation around the league and all that shit. Listen, what's the big deal? He's Sasha Vujacic. He hasn't even been in the NBA for the last 4 years. He did a little stint
with the Lakers.
With the who?
Lakers, right?
No, he did the Lakers, and then he played on some other teams. The last 4 years, he did a little thing, I think, with the Nets, and he did a little stink, I think, with the Mavericks, maybe. A couple of teams, and then he's been 4 years, and now he comes back and he still has a fucking rubber band holding his hair. No. It's time to get a real headband or cut that shit. Also, Robin Lopez.
Yeah.
Yo, my man. Yo, you
put a do-rag on, man.
Braid your shit back or just cut it, man.
Yeah.
You're doing this shit in front of Willis Reed. Did you not see When the Garden Was Eaten? Do we need to do another screening of When the Garden Was Eaten for the current Knicks? I think we do.
Yeah.
I think we fucking do. I think we need to bring in Jazzy Kazzy and Dick Barnett and Willis Reed and Earl the Pearl Monroe and Bill Bradley and Mike Bibby, Henry Bibby.
And say,
and Jerry Lucas.
how the fuck you think you're going to win with your hair like that?
You need to say that to Robin.
Look,
is it Robin Lopez or Brooke Lopez?
I don't know. They twinning.
At least they're not like the Morris brothers who won't play without each other. The Lopez brothers, at least those are some strange looking dudes, the Lopez brothers.
Yo.
They're like bugged out looking. They're both like fucking goons.
Yeah.
And they're like flat-footed and shit.
Comb your shit.
Fix your shit, man.
That's
You didn't see When the Garden Was Eaten when Willis Reed...
I wouldn't want my hair like that. Like, you look in the mirror, you like your shit styled, a certain, neat. This motherfucker it's just everywhere.
Yo, I'm thinking I need to actually set up another screening of When the Garden Was Eaten before the Knicks season starts. Right away.
Just grab him by his fucking hair. Get the fuck over.
They need to watch it's a whole new team. They need to watch the movie again. ASAP.
Word.
So that's how I feel about Knicks. So like, you know, it's like, I'm a Knicks fan, but it's like, yo, man, we need to win. I like this Clay Anthony early dude. He's all right.
Oh, that's that name. That's that old time shit.
Clay Anthony.
That's that Alabama type shit.
I like that shit.
Oh, Clay Anthony.
Yeah.
Hey, Clay Anthony. What kind of fucking name is that? How do you get Clay and Anthony together and then meld it?
It couldn't be a middle name.
You couldn't just say Clay Anthony.
Fuck. I like that shit,
But he's
though.
good, yeah.
That's that Alabama
down-home
shit. Yeah, I like that. That's like that Maceo Parker shit.
Yeah.
Clay Anthony. I like that fucking name, actually.
Like a blues.
Yeah, that's like a blues singer. Clay Anthony Early. That's his name. Like, yo, we found this track by Clay Anthony Early. It's some of the early recordings he made in 1927.
Clay Anthony.
Some blues shit.
Yeah.
And you hear like the
Yeah. Robert Johnson type shit.
Yeah. He got an ill voice like
Yeah. New Orleans.
What do you think about Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler? Jimmy Butler is saying that he basically saying that Derrick Rose, he said this, is like spoiled and shit.
Oh, word?
That's what he said.
How so?
I don't know. Maybe he's saying he doesn't work hard, but yo, I think Derrick Rose probably, he has to go at a different pace. All the injuries he's been through, he's been through crazy fucking injuries.
Butler, he's talking shit on the team, man.
He's talking greasy.
You know, you're not supposed to talk about your fucking teammates.
You're not supposed to talk greasy
You're
about
not
your
supposed
teammates
to talk
publicly.
greasy about you. Yeah. Shut up, man. Or don't say nothing. Just be quiet. Yo, if you got your personal views about Derrick Rose, you kick it to him.
Right. Or bust his ass in practice.
Right.
You're so good. You're the man on the team. Be the man. Yo, he's injured. He was better than you were going to be.
Ever.
He's a fucking MVP, and you're talking greasy.
You're talking greasy to him.
And he's your teammate? This is the guy in Rapaport unorthodox NBA preview for the 2015-2016. Is it called the 2016?
It has to be. 15, 16, right? Or
right.
Yeah. It's not going into December. 17.
The Western Conference is strong again. Matt Barnes has joined the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, he had a reputation for being about it, and now he's coming into the season. Now they're going to be like, yo, you're really that dude.
Yeah.
He's coming in as that dude in the league. Matt Beasley. He gets greasy.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk greasy. He gets greasy.
He goes to where you at to whoop your ass.
Yeah, he drives to your crib. No, to his crib. He didn't bring anybody.
Matt,
he came in so D-Lo. He came like Dolomite.
Just swinging.
Dolomite. So the Memphis Grizzlies, they already have Zebo.
Word.
Zach Randolph.
Who's a monster.
And they got Marc Gasol, who's like the gentle giant. He's great.
And Tony Allen.
Tony Allen, he fucked up O.J. Mayo. Yo, if you don't know the history, O.J. Mayo was on the Memphis Grizzlies, right?
Yeah.
Tony Allen and him got into it, and they traded fucking O.J. Mayo. It was basically, they fought to see whose team it was. Now, I don't know any of the details because we don't fact check, but that happened. Look up O.J. Mayo and Tony Allen. And I think they fought on a plane. And I think Tony Allen is on some shit.
He's on that bout it shit.
Tony Allen is like one of those legitimate tough guys.
Yeah.
So the Memphis Grizzlies are going to be tough. I was on the ESPN with Marcellus and Max and Marcellus Sports Nation, and they asked a question. They said, top 5 players in the league. And somehow or another, I wound up ranking Westbrook above Durant. What is your opinion now, based on everything you know about Kevin Durant's injury history and Russell Westbrook's intensity and his ability to play alone, and not only play alone, bounce back from injuries? He's had some fucking injuries,
right.
And it's like you can't fucking stop him.
We got to see about Durant.
This is the year. This is a big year in the NBA.
If he's gonna turn into Jawan Oldham.
Oh shit.
Because big guys in their fucking feet, right? After their injury, they're never the same.
And he's a guy who his greatness is his size and his ability to
move like a fucking little guy
and shoot outside,
right.
And bang it on your fucking head. Yo, Kevin Durant He'll bang it on your fucking head.
Yeah. So we got to see how he looks. I'm not stepping out on a limb with this motherfucker.
What about the Clippers? They have this might go down as the all psychopath team of all time. They have Born Ready, whose nickname is Born Ready. I don't know if that means he's born ready to get busy, born ready to play,
right, we don't
or
know.
he's just born ready.
Born ready.
It might be that he's born ready, like he's just about it, because Lance Stevenson looks like a fucking wild card.
Yeah, let's see.
They have their whole team back. They brought in fucking DeAndre. I don't know how the fuck they got him back. DeAndre, I can't even do AIELLO. I was going to go into AIELLO. You saw me.
Yeah, just chill.
I can't do it. I'm going to bust my fucking blood vessel if I do it. They're going to be good. They have a crew, and they brought in Josh Smith, who said, for what is it, $9.5 million a year?
What did he say? He's going to be...
he's going to go broke or something?
He's going to struggle.
He's going to struggle for playing for $9.5 million a year. Okay. Really? Is that right? You're going to struggle because...
That's what he said. Mm-hmm. He said it's going to be hard. Yeah, when you got 10 houses.
Yeah, that's hard for anybody with $9.5 million a year. But maybe if you only had the 2 or the 3.
Yeah.
And that fucking 17 cars.
Right.
And you start planning to be broke.
Right.
And the way you start planning to be broke is by undoing the habits that could potentially make you broke. Look around the league. Talk to some ex-players. I'm sure they have a symposium every year that they make you talk to, yet you haven't figured it out. You've been in the league 10 years, huh, Josh Smith?
Bring Vin Baker out there and his whole Starbucks uni.
Fuck.
At the symposium.
Somebody give him yeah, right. Just talk to Vin Baker.
Just bring him out there to fucking Starbucks uni. He don't gotta utter a word. With his hat, I'd be fucking frightened to death if I was an NBA player. He'd be like, this man got $100 million. Oh, and this is how you go wrong.
Talk to this guy. Ask him questions. Treat him with the respect of a guy who completely fucked up his life.
Right. Adam
Treat
Silver.
Vin Baker with the respect of a guy who completely fucked up his life. Adam Silver should say, yo, I will repay your debt, but you need to continue to work at Starbucks as an example.
Yeah. Save our players. You got it, Adam Silver. You
got to save the players.
Because it's not a good look.
It should be required. Like, it should be practice. It should be during the off season, like they have mandatory workouts and practice. It should be mandatory financial training.
Planning.
For 4 weeks, and then it should be mandatory financial training once a month during the season.
Just like the drug
Something,
tests.
right.
Random shit. On
Something.
the bus, the airplane.
Hey, asshole. You start asking them questions. Hey, asshole, what's 8 times 6? If you can't answer it, that's like failing a drug test.
Right.
That's like smoking a joint.
Right.
Hey, asshole, what's the mortgage on your house? If the guy says, I don't know, or hold up, yo, let me check.
Suspension.
That's if you really care about the players. It shouldn't all be about PEDs, drugs, fighting, and fucking. You guys, you have the NBA players dressed nice, but fucking going broke.
Yeah. You got a
Where's
dress
our priority?
code.
You got a dress code so the guys look like they're smart.
Word.
But there's a possibility that some of them are fucking dumb as shit and that are going to be broke in 10 years.
Right.
That's irresponsible, the NBA.
That's right. That's your league.
That is your fucking league.
Right.
Just like there's mandatory workouts, every team should have a financial advisor for every player. That's it.
That's right.
Like, you hire trainers, you hire fucking orthopedic people, you hire fucking masseuses. You should have a financial advisor available to the team.
On the fucking bench.
On the fucking bench. So the assholes at the end of the bench who aren't playing and who aren't going to be in the league, you don't worry about the game, motherfucker.
You ain't getting no bird.
Don't worry about the war. Talk to me. I'm the financial advisor.
Right.
How much fucking money do you have saved? Because you're going to be out of this league in 3 years, asshole. I don't know. Okay, then you make some run around the fucking gym.
Right.
You run around the garden during a fucking timeout as a punishment. If you don't know your fucking mortgage rate.
Yeah. Yeah, the interest rate on your mortgage.
Or if you don't have X amount of dollars invested in X amount of savings and stuff like this.
Real estate. Something.
Stocks and bonds. Something. Anything.
Yeah.
Save these fucking guys.
Yeah, 50% of them go broke.
If you had to say right now, G Moody,
What up?
I hate to put you on the spot. Out of all the NBA players you're aware of in the league right now, this is a terrible question. But if you had to say in 15 years, I would bet all my money that blank will be broke. Think about some of the personalities. I'll name a few. Josh Smith.
Stop. That's it. You heard what he said, right? That gave you a clue. He clued you in.
All right, so that's your prediction.
That's it. He said it. That ain't my prediction. He said it. How could a motherfucker say, yo, I'm gonna have trouble living on $6 million?
No, 9 or some shit.
How you gonna say some shit like that? Motherfuckers making $20,000 a year out here, 30 grand, and you struggling? See, ain't nobody else said that.
This is the I Am Rapaport podcast. TuneIn Premium has all the radio you want for $7.99 a month. That's all the radio you want for $7.99 a month. That means every single Major League Baseball game, every single NFL game, the most massive collection of commercial-free radio stations in the world, over 5.5 million podcasts, and unlimited access to 40,000 audiobooks. Download the TuneIn Radio app for a free 7-day trial of TuneIn Premium. TuneIn Premium, boundless audio. It's the I Am Rapaport podcast, the NBA preview. We're breaking the mold again right now. This is a great NBA preview podcast. I like this shit.
Word.
We don't profess to know everything about the league. We don't know who the fuck some of these guys are. We'll learn about them if they turn out to be something. We won't learn about them if they're fucking working in a goddamn Starbucks in 9 years. All right? It's our priority. We don't claim to be Mr. Basketball, Mr. Stat Guys, like some of these other fucking podcasts.
Analytic motherfuckers.
And yeah, we don't know any of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay? But this is the I Am Rapaport podcast. And we are coming live from the Gloom Tomb studios in New York City.
Word.
Yes. We're doing it.
Yep.
Steph Curry's a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
His brother Seth Curry signed with the Sacramento Kings. 3, his father, Wardell Curry, has 2 sons playing in the NBA. That's crazy.
Damn. Oh, the other one made it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Defending champion, Golden State Warriors. If LeBron James joined the Sacramento Kings with the talent that they have, with Boogie Cousins and them, automatically conference finals.
Deep in the playoffs.
Deep in the playoffs. They're in the Western Conference, so it would be tough. Denver Nuggets, same shit. Listen, Phoenix Suns, if he joins any team, that's how good LeBron James is. And you know what else is a thing? We mentioned the Charlotte Hornets a couple of times, and Pat Ewing is still on the fucking bench with custom-made suits that are too big, taking stats and shot charts.
Word.
And then when he plays the Knicks, they put the camera in his face and they say, the great Pat Ewing, what a great Knick he was. What an important part of New York basketball he was. How he was such a warrior, a competitor. He was all these great things. How his jersey number 33 swings in the rafters.
Right.
How he brought hope and pride back to the Knicks in the 80s and the 90s.
Yes.
But they're pointing the camera at him on the fucking Charlotte Hornets bench. If he's all those things, why isn't Patrick Ewing at least an assistant coach for the New York Knicks? Herb Williams had a job after he retired for years. He probably still has a job with the Knicks. John Starks has some sort of job with the Knicks. Pat Ewing is a dream teamer. He won at every single level except for fucking winning. We know what he did in the NBA. He's a Hall of Famer, class act, played hard, yet he doesn't have a job with the New York Knicks. And when the Knicks play the Charlotte Hornets, they always do a diatribe on Pat Ewing. Hire him. He should have a fucking statue out of the building.
And they got Derek Fisher as our coach.
Fine. But why doesn't Patrick Ewing have some sort of job? Brooke Lopez is our center, and Patrick Ewing. You know what the fuck?
Pat needs to be with New York in some capacity.
I think it's too late though.
They got LJ.
You know, he looks sad in the face, man. When you look at Pat Ewing, he looks unfulfilled and sad in the face. He lost a little weight going into this season, so he looks good on the base. But is he wearing glasses, or am I just imagining?
I don't know. What
there's that fucking Bob McAdoo on the.
Oh, that's Bob McAdoo.
You see, Pat Riley. That's Pat Riley. That's why Bob McAdoo has a job.
Right.
That's that Lakers shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that old school shit. He played with the Lakers. He probably played with him in ABA. They probably freaked off together, Pat Riley and Bob McAdoo in the 70s. And Bob McAdoo has a job on. He looks like shit on the bench.
Yeah, he looks like an old professor.
And he has a job there. And he's not. And Patrick Ewing is a fucking. His shot lists.
And Mike ain't trying to fucking pull him up.
Luckily for Mike's just like, yo, this is the best I could do for you, Duke. Mike's cutthroat. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
we're talking about Michael Jordan. He doesn't give a shit. But at least he's looking out for him in some capacity.
Yeah. Nobody else.
He's like, yo, I got you, man. The Knicks ain't treating you like shit.
Yeah.
That's why I always used to bust your ass.
They don't got Oakley down.
Yo, listen, I'm a big Charles Oakley fan. Yo, he can't communicate that good, man. Have you ever heard Charles Oakley?
Yeah, he likes that Cleveland shit, country shit.
Yo, Charles Oakley's on that shit.
That Cleveland country shit.
The I Am Rapaport podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses. And if you don't know about Casper Mattresses, G. Monetti, do you love your Casper mattress?
Oh, man. Words can't express. My back is great.
Talk about what your back, like how fucked up your back was.
Oh, man. The spine was like, it felt like it was like realigned, you know? Because I was sleeping on basically springs and shit, right? And then we get these Caspers, and then my body starts to say, oh, yeah, this is how I'm supposed to lay when I'm sleeping. And it's because of the Casper.
Casper mattresses can be delivered to your house in 1 day in New York City, 2 to 5 days in the rest of the country. Go to Casper.com, pop in the promo code Rapaport, Rapaport, to get $50 off your first purchase. The mattress comes in 6 sizes, fully refundable. You can use the mattress for 100 nights. Sleep on it for 100 days and 100 nights. And if you do not like it, they will come back and take it from you free of charge. That's how much of a guarantee Casper Mattresses has in their product. CASPER, Casper Mattresses. Go to Casper.com. Ah, man. G Moody, what else is popping, man? Yo, you know what? when I bring up all loafs matter, people are still thinking it's a joke.
Word?
All loafs really do matter, people.
Yes.
Okay, motherfuckers are getting this shit cut. Motherfuckers are getting reality shows. The reality show coming on TLC called The Man with No Penis. Now he's got his own reality show, and he's going to be a big star. He'll probably turn into... There's so many women out there. He'll probably get a lot of ass, as he should. He suffered enough. But when that suffering, that consisted of shaming. They have all this anti-slut shaming. What about anti-loaf shaming?
Yeah.
My man was walking around with no dick for 30-something years. Imagine what it must have been like when he went to the fucking beach. Imagine what it must have been like when he had a girlfriend.
Oh, you would never see me. I wouldn't be out. I wouldn't go nowhere.
Well,
I'd be in my house.
That's why all loafs matter.
Right.
You would be, but you would be the perfect guys, because me and the guys and everybody that's participating in the All Loafs Matter campaign, we'd come show up on your door and be like, listen, man.
You got to come out.
You got to come out. And the guy's gonna be like, no, I'm not ready. And then you know, one of our compassionate guys is gonna say, look, I know what it must feel like to not have a dick. And then the guy's like, you don't know what the fuck that feels like.
Word.
You have no idea what it feels like.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know, you're right. I didn't know that. And he's like, you want to know what it feels like? Not much. You know, I fucking grab down there. I don't know what the fuck it feels like to hold my fucking loaf. I don't have one.
Damn.
All loaves matter.
I was thinking about this.
What?
Imagine if somebody cut your shit and hit it. You don't have any time to look for that shit.
That's mean.
Cause you'll bleed out.
Yo, that is fucking mean.
Cut your shit and hide it. You got like maybe a minute to search. Then you got to get in the ambulance. You got to hope they get it.
And if you make it to the ambulance and they don't find your loaf, then what?
Then what?
Then they give you a fake dick. They give you a rubber dick, and somebody cuts your dick off for what? So what? He cheated.
Damn, you don't want him to pee? You don't want him to pee?
And then you got to get a shit bag and everything.
Man,
well, God only knows what you got to do if that happens. Imagine someone cuts your whole dick off and you live. Damn. And you're a man? Damn, that's fucked
Depression.
up. Cut your whole dick off.
Depression.
And you don't get it back. Yo, all loaves matter, man.
Word.
All loaves matter.
Fuck all
okay,
that.
you have an anti-shaming, anti-slut shaming stuff. We want to get these guys, change these poor bastards who've been maimed.
Oh, man.
And these other guys who were born that way, sincerely, we feel sincere about this. All loaves matter. We're having the All Loaves Matter walk in 2016. The details will be announced soon.
Speaking of men. I see Chaz Bono said she is having a he is having a hard time getting women and getting dates because they find him repulsive.
I read that. He said that he said he's like repellent. They find him repulsive. That's what he said. These are his words.
These are his words. What do you think of that, Mr. Rapaport?
Well, the thing is that I don't know if they find him repulsive or not, but you have to understand, coming from a person who's not transgender, let's just use that word.
Yeah.
For a person who's not transgender, that's not really going to be a common thing you're going to find someone's into. It can't be that easy for any transgender person. If you're Caitlyn Jenner and you're the cat's meow everywhere you go, of course it's going to be easy. You skip all that shit. But the majority of transgender people, even somebody like Chaz Bono, it's not going to be fucking hunky-dory. Which I'm sure the transgender community probably loves and also resents the shit out of Caitlyn Jenner. So when Chaz Bono is saying, I'm like repellent when it comes to women, I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are going to be into that. I have compassion for you. Although you are buff, you have a goatee, and you walk around in suits, and you look like you're in shape. He's probably in better shape than me and you. It's going to be hard for you to find dates, even as a high-level transgender person, because there's certain people out there who are going to want to be with him just for his celebrity.
Right.
And of course, his mother is Cher. Who's more iconic in the fucking gay and transgender and lesbian community than Cher? So if it's hard for fucking Chaz Bono, you know it's rough.
Yeah. But how do they make a phallus?
I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they do that.
That's crazy, man.
But this is another thing. We're going to get back to the basketball. We don't fact check. We don't have a whole, the reality is we don't have a whole fucking basketball thing lined up. We're going to talk about what we're going to want to talk about.
A few teams.
And a few players. We're going to get back to it. But did you know that another fucking hunter, a German fucking hunter, killed an elephant?
For what?
For the sport of it.
For nothing. They call it sportsman.
You're a piece of shit.
A sportsman.
Yo, this fucking German cock-sucking, hunting cocksucker. And then he took the pictures of himself with the elephant. It's not even like an animal that can run away and get away. Like, you ever say, yo, you could hit the side of an elephant And you're proud of shooting an elephant?
Damn.
You're a miserable fuck, man. I don't know if this guy's name, it hasn't been released. It's a German fuck. It's a German hunter. You German cocksucker! You hunting motherfucker, you! Bring your fucking rifle to Bay Ridge. I'll stick it up your fucking ass. But, Danny, you're not from Bay Ridge. I don't give a fuck. I want him in Bay Ridge. I'll stick that fucking gun right up his fucking ass. You kill the elephant, and then you got the nerd. He's got all the gear on, all that Yogi Bear shit. Shout out to Yogi Bear. He got the fucking pants, the belt, the shirt. He's all tucked in. Stupid ass hat.
Sportsman. What's sporty about that?
Dumbass hat.
Sneaking up on an elephant.
We need to get Ghostface Killer. Like, what the fuck would he say? You wearing a dumbass hat, motherfucking bullshit ass boots, walking around with your shit tucked in. Got his shit tucked in. Walking around with your shit tucked in, your motherfucking glasses and shit, fake ass Yogi Bear ass motherfucker.
Word.
We need Ghost. So you, cocksucker, you are the sick fuck of the week for doing
Absolutely.
that. You
Killing
get
nature.
the sick fuck of the week award. You're a piece of shit, this guy. I didn't know I was going to give him the sick fuck of the week. I didn't feel, but I was like, yeah, that's really a sick fuck.
He's anti-nature.
And you know who he beat for the sick fuck of the week?
Who?
He beat a guy from Florida, again, a guy named Tad Whitworth, a 49-year-old fucking dude. He looks like Steve Carell. He looks like a mix between Steve Carell and Peyton Manning. Right. Tad Whitworth. This fucking guy is accused of bludgeoning two Labradors, two dogs. Labradors are the sweetest, most friendly dogs. He did this to try to euthanize them for his girlfriend. Because they didn't want them. They didn't want the fucking dog. So instead of...
He tried to kill his motherfucker.
Yo, man.
Damn.
Yo, man.
The human beings are worse than animals.
Yo, you know what one of the dogs' name is?
What?
Tupac. He got a dog named Tupac and another one named Bella. And they fucking somehow survived the beating, making full recoveries despite being beat in the fucking head with a sledgehammer.
Shit.
By this guy, Tad Whitworth. You're a piece of... How could you do that to a dog? I know people like, why are you protecting... Yo, I'm not talking about... We don't talk about when people do things to kids on this show.
Yeah.
By the way. If you notice that. We've mentioned it, but we don't make light of it.
Yeah.
Because everything we do has some sort of light take on it. There's going to be some cynicism.
But not that.
Yeah, we don't make cynicism about that. And you fuck, Tad Whitworth. He's been to prison. He's a fucking jailhouse cocksucker.
Yeah.
He smashed their heads and their bodies. But the guy who hunted the elephant, this is a close call.
Yeah, that's close.
For sick fuck of the week.
Yeah. Give them motherfucker an award too.
But but should I give two sick fuck of the weeks?
Yeah, he gotta give.
Tad Whitworth, 49. You sick fuck you! You sledgehammer banging cocksucker! Come to Bay Ridge! I'll bust your fucking head open! He's gonna fucking hit dogs in the head. I'll chop you up and feed you to my dog, you cocksucker, you!
Word.
What the fuck kind of a name is Tad? Like Ted? No, like fucking Ted. T-A-D. All right, because we have the best fans in the world, the I Am Rapaport podcast, and I've said I wanted to read some questions off the on the air. I'm going to throw these at you, G. Moody. First question is from John R. Flannery. He said, where do you think Guru and Gangstar rank in the scheme of hip-hop history? I'll let you take that, G. Monetti.
They're right up there. I call them guys Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers for sure, right? One of
They're-
the best groups, one of the most prolific groups.
Great content on rhymes, no foolishness. You know, different content as far as lyrics. Sometimes he's just coming off, or sometimes he's saying a message. You know what I'm saying?
And talk about the musicality of Premier.
Premier. I mean, his work is so great. You know, like his ingenuity in making beats and changing, you know, piecing records together. If you hear how he does it, it's like truly art.
Truly art.
Truly art, because
He's like
piecing bass lines.
Jackson Pollock of that shit.
Absolutely. Making bass lines out of nothing that it's not there, and then freaking the drums. That's what I like about it. That's what always drew me to hip hop, the music of it. As far as like, you got to create that shit. You got to make it. You know?
So yeah, we Gangstar. I mean, yo, when you think about groups, you think about Gangstar, you think about EPMD, Public Enemy, NWA, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Eric B. and Rakim.
Right. Yeah.
Shit. Jungle Brothers. Who else?
Fucking
Black Moon.
Yeah.
Did I say EPMD?
Yes, you have.
Gangstar is definitely top 5 in that whole thing.
Yeah,
I know,
man.
I just forgot a whole bunch of lists. So to answer your question, John R. Flannery.
They're Hall of Famers.
They're Hall of Famers.
That's it.
It's the I Am Rapaport podcast. We have the best fucking fans. The I Am Rapaport podcast. They call themselves the Rapapack. I've always been a little unsettled about that because of the whack pack for the Howard Stern show. But we haven't come up with anything different. So I'll let them continue to call themselves the Rapapack, and I will embrace the Rapapack like they are my own.
Yep.
Like they are our own. G Moody.
Yes, they are.
Oh man. Oh, here's a question. What do you think of Mac Miller? I don't know a lot of his music. I know he's talented. I know Sean Price shouted him out, and I've met him. He's cool. So I can't say that he's super dope. I know I heard a couple of his songs. He definitely loves hip hop. He could rhyme. So I fuck with Mac Miller. I need to hear more music. All right, this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Start building a dope-ass website today at squarespace.com. And if you enter the promo code Rapaport, R-A-P-A-P-O-R-T, at checkout, you get 10% off. Squarespace has a state-of-the-art technology to ensure security and stability so your online information and your online presence is safe and secure. Millions, literally millions of people are already using Squarespace. It's just $8 a month and you get a free domain if you sign up for a year. Start your free trial today with no credit card needed. If you don't have a credit card, you can still go to squarespace.com and make sure you use the promo code Rapaport and save 10%. Every single person needs an online presence. It's 2015. Go to squarespace.com. Check it out. We use it at the I Am Rapaport podcast. I trust it. It's safe, secure. They got state-of-the-art technology. Check it out. G Monetti.
Yo.
This is they call this the I Am Rapaport podcast. And you know, I was thinking that one of the things about the Lamar Odom thing that's so very disturbing, and obviously we don't know the details of their relationship and the fragility of Lamar, and he's dealt with a lot of shit in his entire life. But when it comes to his ex-wife, his estranged ex-wife, being a professional basketball player is like winning the lottery.
Yeah, word.
You know how hard it is to become a professional basketball. He's more accomplished than her.
Absolutely.
Being a professional athlete takes unusual talent, unusual skill, unusual luck, unusual amounts of hard work. These broads haven't done shit. They have no skill set, no particular talent.
Taking pictures.
And piling their faces on with makeup and rearranging their bodies and faces.
Jesus.
Lamar, you need to come on the I Am Rapaport podcast. We're going to give you the self-confidence you need and deserve back. We fuck with you. We support you 150%.
If you'd have listened, if somebody would have gave you a heads up about what we said, you would have been in China. You wouldn't have been in Vegas.
Fucking around in Vegas.
with Polly Holiday and Linda Lavin. You wouldn't been doing that.
But of course, you know that this story is just gonna continue and continue because now the whores and the whorehouses are saying that they got fucked over somehow and they didn't get paid, and then the pimp who runs the whorehouse, what's his name, Rick Huff?
Dennis Huff.
Dennis Huff. He's saying that he doesn't condone drugs in his whorehouses, which I'm sure he does because he's a real pimp. And what I don't like is that the whores from the whorehouse are now
releasing
they're releasing photos of Lamar when he was before he was in a bad state. When he was just over there like 2 days in eating chicken and filet mignon 2 at a time. They're taking pictures of my man and like putting Santa Claus hats on him like some Weekend at Bernie shit. They got all these photos on the cover of the Daily News. They got my man Lamar Odom fucking passed out in a bed. There's sex toys next to him, a big bottle of baby oil. And then they were in there taking photos of him like it was a fucking, like it was like a joke. You weren't helping him. You didn't know he was all fucked up. You taking like photos of this guy. You knew something wasn't right. And now they're selling the photos and all that. I mean, this is going to continue. And Lamar and Chloe canceled their divorce. They pulled the divorce off.
This guy got a death wish.
Yo.
This guy got a he don't know. Obviously, he doesn't know who he's dealing with.
What do you mean?
Listen, man. The only reason why you was in Vegas because of this woman. That's the only reason why you were broken up.
You know, the other night I went to this great concert at Barclays. Jay-Z, Nas, a lot of power fucking like stars in there. Beyonce, Nicki Minaj. Jay-Z and Nas and Busta Rhymes and those guys, literally watching them perform compared to some of the other acts that were there, all great young acts, great. But Jay-Z, Nas, Busta Rhymes, they're like fucking, it'd be like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird in their prime because rap, you can do it all the time. And those guys are all in shape. They're not frail. They look the same. Nas hasn't aged.
Yep.
That fucking guy hasn't aged. He looks like he's like still in New York state of mind.
Yeah.
Like Illmatic. I don't know what the fuck kind of diet he's on, but he looks fantastic. Hove's not going to age. When you make a certain amount of money, you stop aging.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it just comes with the fucking, comes with the territory. But it was literally like, those guys were like, you know, dream team, and the other guys were like D-leaguers.
Yeah.
But I saw, with my own eyes, prowling the hallways, Kendall and Kylie fucking Jenner. Saw them with my own eyes. And they were dressed up like they were going to a presidential inauguration.
They coming to get some black cats.
Huh?
They coming to snatch some black males.
Yo, they were dressed to the nines, full makeup. And I'm like, yo, you're at a fucking rap show in
Hip-hop,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
Do you have any idea? Like, why are you dressed up? Like, you know how much effort that must, hair done, full makeup, like, you know, like the young one had the lips, and she had this like dress on that had like, you know, gold fucking like ropes or I don't know, chains or gold things around it, and it looked heavy. And I mean, literally, it was like they were going, forget the Oscars. Forget like, I mean, it looked like they were going somewhere like you know, a presidential inauguration type shit, or like, you know, like if Princess Diana came back from the grave and like there was like a you know, a press conference, like I mean, dress the fuck up, and I didn't get a good feeling from them. You know, maybe that's because I was, you know, looking in their faces and they're probably like, who the fuck is this freak? They have no idea who the I Am Rapaport podcast is or anything like that. You listen, and then that just says a lot about them. Don't you think so, Rapapackers?
They hunting.
Oh, they're what?
Hunting.
For what?
They're trolling the concert.
Yeah, they were there.
They hunting.
Yeah, they were hunting.
Well, one got Tigger, right?
One, yes, allegedly is dates with Tigger.
And there was all those young cats in there,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you think the other one in there for? She want her next one. And hopefully you don't wind up in the cemetery.
You mean the guy?
Yeah.
Or wind up fucking changing your name to fucking Yvette.
Seacrest got all this shit down.
Yeah, Seacrest is that guy.
Seacrest is on that grimy, yo.
Yeah, when Lamar made it out of the coma, and I say that sincerely, so happy that he's doing good and recovering. Seacrest send in some fucking rewrites, some script pages. You know, like when you're making a movie, they send in new pages.
Yeah, they would change shit up.
They get like the white pages and then the orange pages and then the yellow pages and then the blue pages and then the teal pages. You'll see. That happens, especially in TV. You know he sent in the new script. Like, yo, we got to fucking change this whole thing up.
Yep.
Thank God he's alive, but we gotta figure out a way to milk this fucking storyline. Like milk it like a cow. Milk that fucking cash cow, those Kardashians.
And
Seacrest, where are you? Why weren't you at the fucking hospital? Harvey Levin, you feigned so much concern. You feigned so much concern. Did you send Lamar anything? You're making so much money off him. You'll be like, well, thank God he's It's just cynicism, like, and that fucking goofball who sits next to him with the dreads, and then that other guy, Lamar Odom made it out of the hospital. Next on TMZ.
Yeah, like it's a joke.
What did you guys send him? Did you send him a fucking like some
care
candy?
package? Yeah.
Nothing. No. But you feign concern. Guys ain't shit.
Yeah.
This is the I Am Rapaport podcast coming live and direct from the Gloom Tomb on the Upper Beast Side of Manhattan. You could hear the cars. You could hear the city outside. That's real shit. We're doing it in here. G. Monetti just made the dish that's really made him famous.
Yeah.
He made some oxtails, homemade oxtails, stewed. How do you make them? Give your oxtail oxtail recipe to the people because everybody wants to know.
Okay.
Everybody wants to know how you make your oxtail. He made some salmon the other day that almost put me in a diabetic. It had so much fucking salt on the salmon.
I was heavy-handed with that.
The salt, I mean, like, I was so fucking dehydrated.
Kosher salt is like that.
Yeah, but it had like a layer. It was like a coating of it.
It's too much.
G. Monetti.
But
give everybody your famous stewed oxtail recipe. Okay, go ahead.
First, you get 3 pounds of oxtails.
Right.
Then
3 pounds for two people because we're savages. Well, G. Monetti isn't, but I'll eat like a pound.
Let's just say 4 pounds.
4 pounds of oxtails?
Yeah. They cut them up. So
normal people can eat them. That'll serve like 4 normal people.
All right. And you liberally salt them.
And when he says liberally, there's nothing he does with seasoning that's liberal.
And then you brown the sides in a skillet, right?
Okay, then?
Then you take the oxtails out and you pour red wine in the pot where you browned.
Great.
Let that boil.
Yes.
And then garlic goes in.
Uh-huh.
And you let that boil.
Yeah.
And then you just put the oxtails back in.
And then what, G. Monetti?
You let it go all night.
Uh-huh.
Very low flame. Tomorrow, you good.
And that's the special recipe. Yo, his oxtail game is insane. We've talked about it many times. They don't just call him the Black Ed McMahon. Certain people around the cooking world have also called him the Black Bobby Filet.
Yeah.
And listen, that you kind of fancy yourself like a Bobby Filet type.
I'm a straight chef, man.
Yeah. All right, this is the I Am Rapaport podcast. We'll be right back. American Giant sponsors the I Am Rapaport podcast. Go to American-Giant.com. Check it out. T-shirts, sweatshirts, American made, American manufactured. Really good quality, soft, rugged, hoodies, sweatpants, all of it. American-Giant.com. American-Giant.com. The slogan for American Giant that we created is American Giant Clothing.
Champion. Can't fuck with this shit, yo.
Yes. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast. And we starting this shit off like Des Bryant. Hey! Yeah! You got it. You do it good. Yeah!
What the fuck I'm talking about?
What the fuck? If you haven't seen that clip if you look up Des Bryant is Savage on YouTube, you'll appreciate this a little bit more.
Word.
Don't do it so loud in the mic. That's the way we're coming back from commercial breaks.
Des, we love you, Des.
We fuck with you hard, body karate. So You know what I want to say? I truly hope that Paul George from the Indiana Pacers comes back great this year. I think he came back a little soon last year in the playoffs, or he just needed to get back on the court, even though he probably knew he wasn't 150%. But he suffered that crazy leg break.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate to alienate the non-basketball sports people that listen to the Rapaport podcast, but it has nothing to do with the analytics and the details of the sport. But he broke his leg in half.
Word.
But not only did I love him before the injury, and I'm rooting for him to come back from the injury strong, the hairline.
One of the best.
One of the best hairlines ever.
Ever. He's never going bald.
Yo, his fucking hairline is, I mean, it's like a fucking chia pet. It's hard and I mean, some would say it comes down too low in your forehead, and he might got snapped on. Like if I was in high school, I'd be like, yo, money, brush your shit looks fucked up. But who's gonna be laughing in 20 years?
Yo, his shit looks good, like that hair shit.
He got like a two-hand, because his is so low and strong.
I would love to have that.
That's a nice me too.
Love to have
I would love to have a fucking, so Paul George, we're wishing you a great 2016 NBA season. Hope you come back strong. You look fantastic. Your hair looks great. No Bruno. But I'm just saying, I can say, my man's hair game is insane.
That's right. And I want to give a shout out to my man, Tim Duncan. This may be his last go-round.
Yes.
And I don't like how the San Antonio Spurs did him.
Right. Explain that.
Giving him a minimal salary.
And they're like, well, he's a team guy.
Yeah, they get happy when
if he's such a
motherfucker
team
take
guy,
less.
why don't you fucking pay him what he's worth?
Send him off because he got you all them championships.
And last year during the playoffs, he was the best guy on the team.
Send him off with $20 million per.
25.
But
Tim Duncan.
You give him $3 million.
And he's like, he's all about team. He's gonna be part of the fucking organization forever because he's gonna be broke in 5 years.
Right.
If you don't get him straightened up.
Fuck, man.
Hit. Hit.
Yeah.
When we do a good bit, that'll be our new shit. Hit.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody needs to fucking crop G Moody's head on Des Bryant on that clip of Des Bryant is savage. If you do that, you get 2 American Giant hoodies.
Word.
Not on the photo, on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Have G Moody on Des Bryant's head when he's going, hit. Look it up. It's a great clip. As you can tell, we're very into that right now.
Yo, I want to get into G Monetti's acting workshop.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. They're saying that G Monetti's acting workshop is actually starting to be more popular than Inside the Actor Studio with what's that guy's name? He looks like shit though.
Yeah.
The guy who's on Inside the Actor Studio
with the glasses and shit.
And his shit looks like he got his hair, like he looked like he got his eyebrows scotch taped to his fucking face.
Yeah,
he don't
man.
even look like he's using Gorilla duct tape. Yo, Gorilla duct tape, Gorilla glue. We want to be sponsors. We want you guys to sponsor the podcast. Nobody else will be more excited about being a sponsor, a sponsee for Gorilla Glue and Gorilla Duct Tape. I love those products.
Hell yeah.
All right, sorry, G Moody.
Yeah, you cut me off, bro.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, Bocat.
So what inspired me to get into the workshop today is seeing the commercial with Matthew McConaughey, right?
What,
the Lincoln Continental SUV commercial?
Yeah, what about it?
You know, he's looking all suave, right?
Yeah.
Hair slicked back.
Yeah.
Getting in the car all slow.
Right.
And I'm saying, what is his whole deal? It's like,
McConaughey's deal is this. He came up sort of out of nowhere. He broke out and Dazed and Confused. And then I can't remember the name of the movie. And then he got caught in that romantic comedy vortex. He did a lot of romantic comedies. And then, he made tons of money doing tons of romantic comedies. And then he sort of broke out of that on True Detective on HBO.
So that's what they're trying to give off, that romantic comedy shit where he's suave and just like moving so slow. Is that like a spin-off on that? His movies
Yeah,
make
yeah, like like he's like on the romantic comedy shit.
but he comes off as like a Mr. Dick. Like he's like he could I'll fuck you in this Lincoln. That's how it comes off to
Mr.
me.
Coxman.
Yeah, like Mr. Dick.
Right. You call him Mr. Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he won an Oscar for shit.
He's like the white Billy D. Williams.
Yes. He would probably be happy to be called the white Billy D. Williams. Right, he's trying to be on that shit, but that's his thing, that Southern charm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good name for him, Mr. Dick, but not Mr. acts like a dick, like I'm Mr. Dick.
Right. Yeah, I'm ready to set it off wherever.
What do you mean set it off?
Like ready to set it off and have sexual relations, not only in this Lincoln, but wherever we can fucking find a place.
He's trying to. You think that's what they're trying to imply in those commercials?
Yeah.
That he's ready to.
He's ready to fuck you wherever.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't give a fuck. The Lincoln is just a prop.
Right, and that's just one of the places that he's ready to do it.
Right, I'm selling the Lincoln.
Right,
but I'll have sex with you anywhere.
Any place, anytime. So, what's the Actors Studio, the G Moody's Actors Workshop point of view of the week?
Point of view is
question, analysis. What is it, G Moody? Because people are these questions are starting to catch steam.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So I have one that I had on bank.
Go ahead.
Have you ever been starstruck as an actor and got nervous acting alongside someone because of their stardom?
De Niro, of course, Stallone, Harvey Keitel, Christopher Walken, acting. I was like, I can't believe, like when it's actually happening, when it's off camera, I'm usually like, when they're working and I'm off camera, like when it's their close-ups and I'm giving them lines, that's when I was like, oh shit, because that's when you're there for them and you're kind of feeding them, like and I remember like with Christopher Walken, like I did a movie with him. It's a piece of shit, not his fault. It's called I can't even remember the name.
So when you say you're giving him lines, you're not on camera.
Right. So if you see, like, if I'm in a scene with him and it gets to a point where there's a close-up of an actor, the other actor or actors are off camera and I'm throwing him the lines. So I'm like, giving him his lines and he's giving me back my lines. So that's usually when, I'll be like, oh shit. Even when I did Blackish I had a little exchange with Lawrence Fishburne, I was like, oh shit. Because Lawrence Fishburne is one of my favorite actors. Even Samuel Jackson, when I did Deep Blue Sea, I was like,
right.
And you're watching them and you see the technique and you see the skill. Like you just go, damn. Like Sam Jackson, he makes everything look so easy when he's acting. But, I remember, like hanging out with him the night before, we were working, we were eating and shit. He have his script, he'd be going over his lines. Like, it's not like he just shows up.
Right.
Like, these dudes that are great, they don't just show up. Like, Sam Jackson makes the shit look like he just shows up because he's so good.
Right.
And Fishburne, the same thing. Like, they make it look easy, but they put their shit into it.
Right.
And so Fishburne, Samuel Jackson, De Niro, of course, Harvey Keitel,
of course,
Stallone, Travolta. Right. I mean, these dudes, I love these guys. Literally love these guys. Right. I have pictures of myself when I was 8 in a sweatshirt that I got for Christmas that my mom got me with Rocky embroidered on the back. Like, right. I love this fucking dude. Right. I tried to cut my hair into the same style as John Travolta. Eddie Murphy too. Like, yep. I'm like, I can't believe I'm working with these people. Same shit with Woody Allen, just because I was like, oh shit, it's Woody Allen. Like, he's so iconic and shit. So, those people, and Harvey Keitel, he's like, he's so great and sort of so underrated and forgotten about at times. Like, you look at a movie, like we were watching the movie the other day, Bad Lieutenant.
Yep.
That's such an iconic, original, brave, bold performance. And there's so many actors like that guy who they're like iconic, but they don't get the credit that they deserve. Danny Aiello, same shit. Great body of work, doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Question.
And there's actors right now, bullshit actors in bullshit movies that have made more in one film than some of these actors that I just named made in their whole career.
Right.
Straight up.
And the actors
$20 million
are
actors
icons.
that can't hold Danny Aiello, Harvey Keitel, John Turturro's. They can't even hold their jock straps.
Dustin Hoffman.
Come on, man.
So that's the new Hollywood then.
It's just the business of show business. It's
Right.
like, it's just the business. It's like, you know, you could be like Sean Price. He's one of the best rappers to ever do it. Now everybody's appreciating his body of work. Even I'm appreciating his body of work more than I did. But I always loved him. But it's like, yo, he's one of the best. If you look at like his skill set, like, yo,
Right.
this guy's really
So
fucking
it's
good.
the business of it.
The business of it.
And to be able to sell the actor, is that?
Sell the actor. Looks have a lot to do with it. You know, like, you know, you talk about Harvey Keitel and Turturro. Like, these aren't conventional leading men. Kevin Spacey, I mean, he's kind of like broke through somehow because he got some great parts and, you know, the way he was marketed and all that shit. But like, John Turturro to me is probably one of the most underappreciated, underrated actors. He's never been nominated for Academy Award. John Turturro, Do the Right Thing. Barton Fink, Oh Brother, Where Are Thou? I mean, it's slipping my mind. Like, he's Miller's Crossing.
Right.
So good. So many times over and over and over. He's never been nominated.
Right.
So many times over and over. And who knows? He may never get an opportunity like that. Like, you know, as
Right.
you get older, you know, the opportunities get smaller. The movie business itself is in the fucking can.
Right.
What do you mean? People go to
Why?
see Spider-Man. Yo,
Comic book shit,
it's
B.
comic book shit, big humongous movies, and nothing in between.
Word. Yeah.
And it's getting rougher and rougher and shit. And you know, Jennifer Lawrence, who to me is going to go down as the biggest movie star in history. She has the looks, the charisma, and the talent. She will be the biggest movie star in it. She's
Really?
like equivalent to Leonardo DiCaprio, girl.
Female. Oh.
Got the looks, got the skill set, got the personality, and she just has the whole package.
Right.
There's this controversy about her, you know, not getting paid as much as male contemporaries and la. And now Bradley Cooper, another good actor, gets paid $20-something million a movie.
Damn.
They're paying these people $20-something million a movie, and everybody else gets chicken scratch. And Jennifer Lawrence is complaining that it's gender shit. What about the John Turturros of the world? What about the Harvey Keitels of the world? What about the Danny Aiellos of the world? If they get if Jennifer Lawrence has the honor of working with some of the people I just named, and many more, they're not going to get paid shit.
Why?
That's just the way the business is right now.
So you
It's
got
fucked
20
up.
million.
20, 25.
But the reason why they get that 20
They
million is
earn
because
it.
what they brought in.
They brought.
last.
She deserves it.
Right.
She's great. She deserves it. But there's bigger fish to fry than gender actresses not being paid as much as actors. Because in general, it's the stars, and then it's the rest of us are shit right now.
Right.
That's the way the business was. And
Right.
it wasn't like that 10, 15 years ago. It was the stars, the co-stars would get paid, you know, the other
Right.
people get. Now it's like, yo, you're either the top of the top or you ain't getting shit.
Right.
And the big movie stars need to become aware of it. And I'm planning on getting my fucking hands dirty and put myself out there to be the person who does it, because I don't like it. I don't like that, you know, in the paper, Diane Weiss, 2-time Academy Award winner, was in the paper saying she can't pay her rent anymore because they're not paying Diane Weiss.
Oh, word?
That's some fucking bullshit.
2-time.
2-time Academy
Oh,
Award, I
shit.
think winner. And if definitely she's been nominated, I think she won twice, and she's saying she can't pay her rent. The fuck is that?
Jesus.
The fuck is that? That's fucking bullshit.
And they got these cornball motherfuckers getting 30, 20.
Yeah, these big square jaw,
Right.
you know, blue-eyed fucks getting 30 million. And I'm not talking about Bradley Cooper. I'm talking about, I'm not even naming dudes.
That's the
'cause
mold.
I fuck with Bradley Cooper.
Of course, but that's the mold,
Yeah,
right?
like that fucking all-American,
Yeah.
you know, chiseled jaw, chiseled chest shit. And Diane Weiss can't pay her fucking rent. Or that's what it was reported as. Maybe she can. You know, and other great actors, you know, iconic dudes are like, yo, you get what you get, and if you don't like it, we'll pass it on to someone. That's what it is now. It's like, yo, you take the offer you're gonna get,
Right.
and if you don't like it, yo, there's a line.
Then it ain't about acting. It ain't about the craft of acting.
It's the business.
Right. And if you don't
It's
look a
show
certain way,
business.
motherfucker, you're going to be on the
Oh
low
yeah,
pecking order.
if you don't look a certain way, you're gonna be on the low pecking order.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
At this point.
You got to be on. No, I mean, that's always been a thing. But like in the 70s with the Dustin Hoffmans, look at Robert De Niro, look at Al Pacino. These are not like, starlit. They're not like, he don't look like Paul Newman. They're not waspy.
No, these are ugly motherfuckers,
yeah,
man.
big nose, short. Al Pacino's not winning any beauty contests, but the business is all fucked up now, and there's no in between.
Yeah. He can act, which is what I go to the movie theater to see.
You go to the museum to see art. You go to the movie theaters to be entertained. And how are you going to be entertained by great actors? But it's changed. It's just changed.
Right.
The business has changed. So, bringing up Harvey Keitel and I noticed because one of my favorite films probably in the last 20 years is Bad Lieutenant, and it was NC-17, and I don't know, people, it's directed by Abel Ferrara, and if you've never seen it, it's a really good film, but try to find the NC-17 version of it, because I just bought it on iTunes, but they cleaned it up, because there was a very famous scene with Harvey Keitel, and that movie's very controversial, sexual, yeah, it's a great scene, and for some reason, that movie has been cleaned up, and they have like an R-rated version, so I need someone to try to hit me to where the NC-17 version is, or I just want the version where Harvey Keitel does the famous traffic stop scene. If you look up YouTube, Bad Lieutenant traffic stop, it's one of the best scenes. It's not gonna make you laugh. It might make you cringe, but it's great. It's as raw as it gets. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast, and we out.